Hello everybody, today is Monday, May 25th, 2020. It is around 1 o'clock p.m. I'm on my bicycle today on Crescent Street, approaching Broadway in Astoria, Queens. And today I'm going to be doing a bike ride all the way down to Coney Island for Memorial Day. I'm riding my Marin Gestalt 1 bike. I've got 2 water bottles. I have a few energy bars in case I need. And I also got my gimbal so I can do some live recordings down in Coney Island when I get there. This is Broadway. I expect this ride to be about an hour and a half long, maybe up to 2 hours. I'm approaching 34th Avenue. The New York City government has been designing a bicycle lane on Crescent Street, and it looks like they're finally getting to installing it very soon. Past 34th Avenue, they have the bike lane available. Hasn't been painted yet, but I think I'll go into the bike lane here. And of course, it's already obstructed, but then again, it's not a perfect bike lane already. They still got to paint it and have traffic separation and everything. There's even something, a flyer that says that you need to park the car this way and shows the arrangements over there. But this will be a 2-way protected bike lane. I saw that taxi driver. That's one of the flaws of this bike lane as well, is that the visibility isn't as good because you have all the parked cars and then people need to make a left. This is 36th Avenue. Let's see, is any cars coming? None over there, none over there. Let's go. It's a shame this playground is closed. It's newly renovated and restored, and now all the playgrounds in the city are closed due to COVID-19. I don't know how much longer that'll be. Here's going to be interesting because this bike lane looks like they're going to make it so that it's going to take up one of the travel lanes. There's only going to be a single lane of traffic there and no parking. Now, that'll be interesting to see what happens. They do gotta fix all the potholes on this street though. Especially that one. That one's right in the bike lane. I'm sure they'll get around to it once they start to resurface the street and everything. Okay, no cars coming, let's go. I'm not really sure what to make of this bike lane yet. I have to see when it's finally installed and painted over. I kind of rode on the street without too many issues before with no bike lane. Sometimes the bike lanes, I feel like they can be a hindrance also, especially when they're going the opposite direction of traffic, because cars and other vehicles and people, they don't expect you to be coming that way. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm gonna go into the right lane here because I'm not going over the 59th Street Bridge. Actually, I think I may. Let's go check out Manhattan, and then I'll go over the Manhattan Bridge to Coney Island. Might take a little bit longer. All right, thank you. Some people doing some landscaping work. Haven't biked over the Manhattan Bridge in a while, but this right here is the 59th Street Bridge. I do need to get this bike checked out and figure out what's going on with the ticking. I think that is coming from my crank someplace. But then again, a lot of the bike shops, they're very busy right now and they can't really take any more bikes because they're so full and they don't have any place to store them. So my original route was to go into Greenpoint and Williamsburg and go that way, but I'll be skipping all of that and going straight into downtown Brooklyn once I get into Manhattan. This entire route may take 2.5 hours now. Who knows? One of the good things about having a bike that ticks is that I don't really need to announce my presence to someone right in front of me if I'm going very slowly. I'll just hear all this ticking and be like, oh, that's a cyclist. I call this guy Squeaking Scooter. Left. I wonder where people are celebrating their Memorial Days today. Usually in Memorial Day weekend, many New Yorkers drive out of the city and enjoy somewhere else, but because of COVID-19 and coronavirus, I wonder how many people are laying it low and staying within New York City today. I did go to Coney Island, I think 2 years ago during Memorial Day, and it was very busy. The beach was packed and the amusement parks were packed. I'm pretty certain those amusement parks are closed. This is interesting. I want to pass, but it's very tough to right here. Looks like someone's got techno music blaring and also cycle lights blinking. Kind of matches together, you know? Having lights on during the daytime can help, but I don't think it's really necessary, especially on the bridge right here. Right now it is a little bit overcast. It is a little bit overcast, but it's supposed to get sunny later on. On the left, I have heard that bicycle sales have picked up tremendously during this time, especially with bikes that are sub $1,000. And then even those bikes that they need to service, they're having trouble, the bike shops are having trouble getting parts because many of those parts are made in China and all those factories were delayed or suspended or closed up. So I guess the solution to that is to have a bike store and you manufacture the parts yourself, but I guess they gotta do the best they can with whatever they have. The car lanes don't seem too busy today, but the pedestrian and biking walkway, it is. This is the part I don't like. It gets very narrow here. There are some people behind me, but everyone here is in the same speed now, and it's advisable not to pass anyone right now because it's hard to see and not a wise thing to do. Someone's got the low frequency horn there. I don't really like those. Okay, made it into Manhattan. Now I'll go down 2nd Avenue. Well, you know what I could do, because I haven't shown too many of the park areas. I'll go down the coastline of Manhattan on the East River. That may be a treat for all of you. I think I need to go on 38th Street, somewhere around there. Hope I remember the directions to get there. And I'm sure there'll be signs letting me know where to make a left. Right now, I don't expect the inner city, Midtown, where all the skyscrapers are, to be crowded, but let's see what's going on the waterfront, where people jog and ride their bikes and take walks. All right, just made a left on the 2nd Avenue. Looks like this car is stopped in the bike lane, maybe has some trouble. No cars coming, let's go. Very sad to see people in need like that on the side. I'm seeing it from time to time now in the city. The people really in need now, really need the help. There's a lot of restaurants open right now in Midtown East. The delis, there's like a few over there, back there. Grand Sichuan looks like it's dark inside. I don't see it open. That person's going right on 55th. Okay, 54th, it says East River, so I guess I'll go here. Now, I'm not certain if I can go to the East River from here, but if it is, then if I get lost, then I'll just blame the sign and be like, hey, the sign led me down here. Okay, now that says Uptown. I don't remember the East River Bikeway going up this far. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to get stuck up there, because the East River Bikeway doesn't start until like 30-something Street. But let's just go, because the sign said East River. Then again, it's not really that misleading if it's the East River going north. I needed to go south though. Okay, it's leading me to Sutton Place, but then again, Sutton Place doesn't really lead anywhere going south. Kind of just leaves you off right here. So yeah, I should have known better. In fact, I already knew. All right, let's get out of here. Now I gotta travel 2 blocks the other way, and I still gotta make it to Coney Island. Yeah, now I'm gonna go and by my own instincts now. Pretty sure it's 38th Street. On another note, nice view of the Citicorp building, the skyscraper which nearly toppled over and almost caused a domino effect in the city. But luckily that was saved. And also the Lipstick building coming up. You can find out more about those buildings on my 53rd Street walk. All right, 2nd Avenue. I'm to go left and go south for about 15 blocks or so. Oh no, I'm not going by that sign. It says another East River. Nope. This Italian restaurant seems to be closed. We're gonna get some water. Not easy to talk while biking. I get thirsty very easily. I just hope I can get restrooms easy along the way, especially because I don't have any bicycle locks on me. So I really need to be quick or find places where I can bring my bicycle inside while using the restroom. I really don't like bringing bicycle locks. They're very heavy. Some of them weigh as much as like 6 pounds, 7 pounds each. Got a restaurant here, the Smith, doing outside pickup. It's the thing to see now. They have stuff on the curbside. You just order from the window. Really strange times. Every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, we are living in like a movie, or a movie set, except it's real. Sometimes I wish it were a movie. Look at all this garbage here. A lot of it is from the compactors. Those are special machines which really press the garbage until it's very dense, so they fit it on those bags. Manhattan always gets a little bit hilly over here. Usually Manhattan is flat, but this section gets a little bit hilly. Also, a lot of upper Manhattan is hilly. All right, let's go. Okay, no cars coming. Down there's the United Nations. I know I can't get the East River path from there. I gotta merge into this lane now. 42nd Street is coming up, the next block. Good old 42nd Street. Just rung my bell at him just to make sure that he sees me. Okay, 38th Street is the next block. Okay, this one says East River. This one I'm going to trust my instinct and not the sign, just because I kind of know it's this block I need to go. Oh, perfect. Just go straight and it's right there. By the way, if anyone asks you which street I'm on Tunnel Approach Street. I bet you like 99 out of 100 people can't figure out where I am in Manhattan unless they use like Google Maps. Okay, I'm making a right turn here. This is a two-way bike lane. Right. The two-way bike lane goes for like, I think 2 blocks. And then you go into the bikeway on the East River. Oh, it's over there. Only a block. All right, let's do this way. Let's wait for the light. Signs aren't really that clear. Just goes to show you how often I go this way. Usually I take this route going uptown, but never downtown. Here's a very scary street here. It's a highway ramp. Okay, let's go. Look both ways before crossing. Very sound advice. All right. Not too many people know about this pathway. More people are familiar with the Hudson River path, but the East River path is also an option. Although it's like broken up at times. There's a narrow section at 14th Street and it's not really maintained as well as the Hudson River path. There's a lot of debris here and small pieces of glass sometimes. The pavement's not always uniform and smooth. Here's the M34 bus terminal at the East River Ferry Station. Nice views there of Long Island City. All right. See here, it gets very treacherous with all these turning cars and whatnot. Before, this green painted bike lane wasn't even here. This is pretty recent. You know what, this is all new because last time I was here, they made everyone go onto the waterfront there. And there were signs saying that you needed to walk your bike and whatnot, but now it's just a bikeway the whole entire way around this catering place. Very nice. I'm even learning things about my own city I didn't know already. I'm really liking this. But now we've got a jogger in the bike lane. I'm glad I went this way because now I get to see how many people are here and also figure out the new bike path. Right now it says bike route, use sidewalk, so I gotta go that way. It's a little bit daunting at first to cut across the traffic like that, but I'll take it in order to avoid that whole area where it's narrow and walking. All right, stop sign. I'm not sure what these cars are going to do, so I'm going to wait here. I wouldn't go through this light. Especially when there's a gas station here. There's not too many gas stations in Manhattan. This is like one of the few. How much are they charging? Holy moly. $3.99 for regular. Whoa. I guess that's what happens when you're the only gas station in Manhattan here. Oh my goodness. They're charging like $2 over what it costs in Queens. Why would you pay money for gas over here when you can go there and get a half off? I guess I kind of answered it already. It's the only gas station here, so they can charge whatever they want, I guess. Still a demand for it. Hey, if it's an emergency, you gotta pay for it, right? Seems like they're planting some trees back there, or growing trees. Nice to see that. Just slow up a little bit, so. Yeah, there's a lot of people on this East River path. Here's Stuyvesant Cove. There's also a ferry terminal here. Wow, there's a lot of cyclists here. Here's where the path gets narrow. This is the infamous Con Edison plant squeeze. I know the city wants to get rid of this choke point. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to figure out a way. I like the sign here. It says you need to dismount and walk, but walking takes up like double the space as riding through it slowly, so I don't want to walk through it, just go really slow. Single file, this is how it's done. Just like in school in fire drills. still narrow here, not good enough to pass just yet. On occasion, there are random cars that drive on this path and then they get stuck here and they crash into the wall. I don't know what those car drivers are thinking when they do that. So, on your left. But it's really funny. I don't even know how they get onto this path to begin with. They might have like gone into a construction entrance or something. Anyway, that's the East River Park over there, or the waterfront area. There's really nice views on that side. But this is actually the bikeway. Good to see that the bathroom's open there in East River Park. If you need to go, that's an option. Big puddle of water here. It rained yesterday. No, did it? No, it rained 2 days ago. Is this also a restroom facility? Yeah, it is. Is it open? Yes. Okay. People there exercising, running around the track. Even got some people in military outfits doing squats. Beautiful flowers. I'll ring my bell so these people know I'm coming. Great views of the Williamsburg Bridge there. This is a very underrated park, the East River Park. But there's a lot of space here and quite a lot of bathrooms here too. There were 3 in the span of 10 minutes of bike riding. One of the issues now with New York City is a lot of the retail places are closed and also the restaurants, so it's hard to get restrooms. These public parks, which notoriously are dirty and sometimes have unclean facilities, may be the only sensible option now. Looks like someone's having a picnic there. We got NYPD, 1st Precinct patrolling, making sure there's no illegal activities happening around here. But for the most part, I see people are, you know, by themselves, a distance apart on the fields, and not in any large groups, so that's good. follow these cyclists. They really need to fix the pavement over here. It needs a resurfacing. All pebbles and gravel here. Good for my bike because it's a gravel bike. But normally I don't see this many people here out on the East River path. A lot of people are taking to this path today. A 14th Street squeeze is just a example of that. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. On your left. On your left. Whoa, look at that traffic cone there. That's a deep crack in the sidewalk. All right, in the Lower East Side now, to the right of me is Stuyvesant Town. On your left. All right, Manhattan Bridge is coming up. If I really wanted to, I could take the Brooklyn Bridge, but that's a little bit out of my way, and I already felt like I've gone out of my way already. I am curious to see how the crowds are on the Brooklyn Bridge though, but I haven't ridden the Manhattan Bridge in a while, so let's do that instead. Look at this, the exercise equipment is being used here. Got a man here doing push-ups, people using the elliptical machines. Good to see people, you know, keeping their physical fitness up, taking control of their lives, staying healthy. All right, folks, I'm gonna make a right turn here because this is how I get onto the Manhattan Bridge from here. This is Pike Slip. I'm making a right here. All right, I don't see any traffic here. So after this, I'll be in downtown Brooklyn. The most direct way I could have taken to get to the Manhattan Bridge is down 2nd Avenue. and to Allen Street, but now I gotta go this way. I think I'll pass these people on the right. So encouraging to see little children on bicycles, but to start them off on a young age. I know many people who are older, they don't even know how to ride a bicycle. Good time to get some water. Okay, time to go. Random water puddle. All right, making a left here on Canal Street, and then I can make my way onto the Manhattan Bridge. So it's good to know that there are a lot more options now for cyclists in the city. As you saw, they have the new Crescent Street bicycle lane. There's also the 2nd Avenue lane and also the 38th Street lane and the East River Greenway. And then there's also the Pike slip onto here, right onto the Manhattan Bridge. All right, left turn. Someone's playing the erhu. All right, there's a little bit of a ramp here. Sometimes I had a hard time going up that hill with my single speed bike. It's a dangerous path here. People here like to overtake, and it's a blind corner. Always like to do that just in case someone is trying to be aggressive. Look at that, just in time for the subway to come. Hello, subway. What train is it? The D? Yeah, I knew it. Don't take this bridge if you have problems with noise, because man, is it noisy. How many people on this train? Not many at all. Everyone pretty much has a seat on there. There's some cyclists here, not overwhelmingly a lot of cyclists, but I even see people with no shirts on. They're soaking in some sun, showing off some muscles. on your left. Sounds like there's a train going on the other side. Am I over the river yet? Not yet. There's the FDR Drive. That's the highway. And you got the construction site of the building. There used to be a single level supermarket. I forgot the name of this development is, but really impressive. Look at that highway. Look how beautiful the river is. You see all the way uptown towards the Lower East Side, Williamsburg. That's the Brooklyn Navy Yard over there. Hope I don't exhaust myself before I get to Coney Island. I like to walk around and do a live stream for a bit, at least for an hour. So I think I'm going to make my way over to 5th Avenue in Brooklyn. That has a bike lane for pretty much its entire way. And I'll make my way to the Belt Parkway Greenway, or the Shore Parkway Greenway. I always like that route.
All right, let's get it.
We'll take the scenic routes today. This is like the all bike route way to get to Coney Island from Astoria. You're seeing it here. All right. There's also the Ocean Parkway path, which is the first bike lane in the United States. Whoa, that metal made a loud sound going over it. I really don't like these concrete slabs that have a big hole in the middle, so every time I go over them, it's like chujung, 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 chujung. A lot of non-lawyers. Ooh. It's fun to go over though. Here's the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. Let's slow up. Going around this spiral, this helix, right into downtown Brooklyn and Dumbo. Oh no, that's my train. I just missed it. All right, I gotta go over here now. Make a left turn onto J Street. busy route over here because this is the exit ramp for the Manhattan Bridge. Many people get off at this exit and make a right to get onto the BQE, the highway. BQE is short for Brooklyn Queens Expressway. That's what us New Yorkers refer to it as. All right, left turn now, going on to J Street. Another bike lane. I don't think I've really left the bike lane during this whole trip, with the exception of that one detour I did in Manhattan trying to find the East River path, which was unintentional anyway. Let's see if I can do the same with Brooklyn. I don't think so though, because the Shore Parkway path, it ends like right at a shopping center. It doesn't continue anymore, but it does get you the majority of the way to Coney Island. So I'm fortunate for that, at least. It's not the most direct way to Coney Island, but at least we get to enjoy some scenery, some coastal sights. This area of downtown Brooklyn seems pretty quiet right now, but it usually is. Not too much activity over here on this side, but crossing Tillery Street over here towards the schools, NYU, the court buildings, this is where it gets busy.
So strange. I like this show. I love it.
All right, so this is kind of strange. This is like the makeshift bike lane now. A lot of city bikes available. Actually, there's no docks available if you want to return a bike. I just did a last second dodge of that sewer grate. I don't like those things because your tire can get stuck in them and then you're trapped. Not a great design for the bike lane, but that's the way the streets were made when bikes weren't considered. Here we got the campus of NYU and FDNY and a lot of court buildings. This is the Metro Tech Center. Brooklyn, NYU's got some advertisements there. Well, look at that, Willoughby Street's open streets. No cars are allowed. Oh, it just said local access only, 5 miles per hour. Wow. So you're still allowed to drive on there, but it's just not you're allowed to drive very quickly. And the next block, I need to make a left onto Skemmelhorn Street. No cars, let's go. I don't know if it's Skemmelhorn Street or Schemmelhorn Street. I've heard it said both ways. It's warm out right now. A lot of pebbles in this bike lane. Cummings School Early Childhood Education Center. That might be a challenge now with all the new rules and regulations with distancing and small children now. We'll see. All right, making a right here on Hoyt Street. Look at this, they milled off part of the street, so I gotta be very careful. It isn't that bad though, because it's milled going vertically and not horizontally. Hey, look at this. Open streets. Well, Open Streets is a program by New York City now to let people walk and cycle, give people some space to do it. I actually think it's a good idea because to do it on the smaller streets isn't that bad. All right, let's go. Still going on Hoyt Street. Let's check for traffic. I don't see any cars or vehicles, just the one scooter. I could go on Dean, but I'd rather go this way. Oh look, open streets here. Let's go on one of these streets. I'm curious. It's a nice program for the city to have. It's even safer than the bike lane streets. You know, this is very nice. I like it a lot. This is a wide enough street where it has a lot of space and children are here playing around. It's great. Hard for cyclists to like go around though. You have to really like go on the sidewalk and come back around this police barricade. And it gives me an opportunity to explore a block I haven't been on yet. At least I don't think I've been on this block. Well, now there's another option. You have the Open Streets program instead of the bike lanes. This car's coming through. This is 3rd Avenue. I need to make my way over to 5th. Third Avenue gets a little bit busy at times with the highway. There may be a bike lane on 4th Avenue too, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been down here on a bicycle. But I know 5th's got a bike lane, although not really too ideal at times because there's a lot of businesses there and many people there double park. But that's usually on a normal day, but now that a lot of places are closed, I wonder if it's the same. This is a really nice block, wow. St. Mark's Place, look at all these brownstone buildings. They look very expensive and very like chic too. They got like that staircase in front too. Amazing. This one needs some painting though and some renovation, but most of them look very nice. All right, 4th Avenue. Is there a bike lane here? I don't think so. I don't see any. I wouldn't want to ride on here either. Looks like my allergies finally kicked in. They've been pretty good up until now for this ride. Yeah, no bike lane here. That's the Williamsburg Tower. I think it's one of the top 4 tallest clock towers in the world. This block too has got some nice homes. All right, here's 5th Ave. Don't confuse it with 5th Avenue in Manhattan because this one's got a lot of restaurants and ethnic culture compared to 5th Avenue's retail stores and high-end shops. Neapolitan food, kung fu tea. There's some places open. Look at this. Macho Taco, Mr. Wish, Pure Bistro. All right, no one coming down Warren Street. Let's go. Right now, this is I always say it's the Park Slope neighborhood of Brooklyn. Look at this bicycle store. RNA bicycles, they're open. You also got your supermarket here. Parking lot doesn't seem to be too crowded, which is a good sign. It is still sometimes difficult to get toilet paper though. And if you want the premium toilet paper, like the double ply toilet paper, then you may have to look for a while. But usually the single ply, you can get it a lot easier.
Oh, have you? Yeah, it's good.
Not that your bottom needs like premium toilet paper anyway, but some people, they need it. You can always double up on single ply. Just make sure that the paper's dry or it may disintegrate in your hands. I've had that experience before. If you intend to use the toilet paper for things other than wiping your bottom, like wiping a counter or blowing your nose, that could happen. Vietnamese restaurant is open. All right, pretty nice here. Maya Taqueria, California style's open. This pizzeria is open too. Prospect Park is to the left. Fifth Avenue Market Deli's open. There's a bit of traffic here at Fifth Ave today. More than I thought. All right, let me go around this car. Right, there we go. This is another supermarket, seems to be handling the crowds pretty well. I don't see too many people in there. Look at this, no mask, no service, mezcals. You think they got enough colorful signs outside? Happy hour, 1 to 7, $6 beers, sangria, pina colada. Pretty cool. Shaking crab. Restaurants and bars now are getting creative with their services. They have their outdoor counter, order, and then you just hang out, bring it back home. Actually, they got the slogan now of the city. It's called eat out, no. It's like order out, but don't hang out. They want people to just take it and bring it home and enjoy it and not crowd the sidewalks. Here we got TD Bank. Blue Ribbon Restaurant is for lease or rental. All right, here's a hibachi and sushi restaurant. Gowanus Print Lab. I guess this is a neighborhood of Gowanus now. Any cars coming? No, I don't see any. All right. Russo Italian Specialties closed. Fifth Avenue and 3rd Street. Here's Bagel World Park Slope. They're open. Joe's Pizza Park Slope. There must be like tens of Joe's Pizzas all around the city. There's also some food on the ground there for our four-legged friends and birds to enjoy. I don't think anyone else is going to be eating that. All right, Peruvian restaurant. This one's papered up. Indian grill restaurants open. UPS stores closed, which reminds me, I do have to go to UPS store later. Not today, but tomorrow when it opens. Nice mural here on the corner. What you believe can be achieved. Square stores. Fifth Avenue restaurant. No bathroom for employees only. I can imagine that is a big problem now. All right, 9th Street. What's the line over here for? I don't even know. Bicycle store. Oh my goodness, look at the line for this bicycle store. Bicycle Habitat. Wow, I never expected a line for a bicycle store. I was expecting a wine store or a supermarket or a urgent care place, testing facility, but never a bike shop. Wow. Incredible. Just shows you where the priorities are now. People don't want to drive. Riding a bike around is becoming the new thing now in New York, especially as the weather gets warmer. I didn't see too many people riding their bikes in March though. It's still a little bit cold for most people, I think. That's the one thing in New York. You have all these bike lanes and it's great that they're putting in all this infrastructure and stuff, but as soon as the weather turns bad or it gets cold, people are discouraged and don't want to ride their bikes anymore. I know biking while raining can be pretty miserable at times, especially when it's raining hard and the rain also gets into your bicycle and rusts out the parts, and it really like makes your maintenance of the bike double than what it should be, at least. It's one thing I like about my Priority Continuum Onyx bike. It has a belt-driven bike. And it has a belt drive instead of a chain, so that never rusts. Black Horse Pub. Outdoor counter there, nice. All right. Someone got a new car, they got a temporary license plate. I don't know what's wrong with that one. They had their hood open. Maybe they need a jump start from battery. I'll be like, I can do it. I'll just hook up my bike up to the battery and start pedaling as hard as I can. Toppled over trash can. Not good to see. Another one. What's with these double toppled over trash cans? Is someone having a fit? They're just knocking over trash cans? Whoa, what is going on? 4 in a row? Why? Why is someone toppling over trash bins? I really don't get it. Another one that's toppled over, except the other way. 5 in a row. I think someone's causing some mischief. All right, this one isn't toppled over. Maybe it's too heavy for that person to knock over. This one looks full. Well, maybe they just gave up. They're like, no, 5 is enough. 5 trash cans are enough. Okay. No cars coming here. Yeah, they do need to empty those trash bins though. They do look full. Whoa, look at this Chevy, old style Chevy. Wow. Greenwood Veterinary Care. I think I am approaching the Sunset Park neighborhood now. I'm probably already in it. But Greenwood Cemetery is to my left, right here. Maybe the largest cemetery in New York City, but there's a lot of famous people buried in there, inside Greenwood Cemetery. So Greenwood Cemetery was actually one of the main inspirations of Central Park. Many people back in the day, before Central Park was created, they came to Greenwood Cemetery and walked through the cemetery because it was beautiful, has lakes around, and sculptures and winding paths, and people really like that. So a lot of those elements were incorporated into Central Park. As you can see, the Greenwood Cemetery spans quite a few blocks. I forget how many acres it is, but it's pretty large. Also, Brooklyn's highest natural point is in the cemetery. I think they called it Battle Hill. You can actually see the Statue of Liberty from atop that hill, and there's a statue of Minerva waving her hand to the Statue of Liberty. I think Battle Hill is maybe the bloodiest battle in New York City's history. Not too sure of the facts, but I think George Washington led an army over there, and they lost a lot of people there. There were a lot of casualties there fighting against the British. It's called the Battle of Long Island. Here we are, 36th Street and 5th Avenue, the boundary of Greenwood Cemetery. Here's a bowling alley, Melody Lanes. They're closed. A lot of places of entertainment are closed now. I don't know what's going to become of them after this is over, this whole pandemic's over. But I would imagine places like arcades and escape room facilities, bowling alleys, all that's going to be different. All right, now I'm approaching the main area of Sunset Park. This is like the commercial district of Sunset Park along 5th Avenue. This place is notorious for double parked cars and a lot of traffic. Doesn't seem to be any different now. New York's starting to open up a little bit. Wow, look at this truck here, wide turn. Did that in one shot. I really respect these truck drivers. They got to deal with a lot of narrow streets and traffic. I think they really enjoyed it when there wasn't much traffic in New York City, and probably still even now. It made their jobs a lot easier to move goods in and out. But now, with more people driving and places slowly opening up, it's probably going to be a little bit different now. Look how busy this store is. The market. Wow, popular. Now here is the park called Sunset Park inside the neighborhood of Sunset Park. I think at the southern entrance or the southern border of Sunset Park, there was a massive water main break. May have been earlier this year that happened. Yeah, I think it happened at this corner over here, 42nd Street. It's a big, big hole. I recorded it as I walked up 5th Avenue. Yeah, it was right here. This whole thing, it fell in. Unbelievable. Good to see that it's repaired though. There's still quite a bit of businesses closed though. These Mexican places, the pawn shop, the nail spa. All right, I know I'm getting close because I'm hearing seagulls. All right. Chinese restaurant, rotisserie chicken. I see the Verrazano Bridge up ahead. One of the early explorers who came to New York by boat. Mr. Verrazano. Here, an ice cream truck, and boy, is it getting busy here. It always gets busy down here. If you didn't know any better, you would think that nothing's changed in the world. There's so many people in cars in this sector. Hello, ice cream truck. I'm not going. Good thing the driver saw me. I saw him too. I wasn't gonna go. One thing I've learned from cycling throughout New York City, most important thing to do is to have awareness. And the second most important thing to do is to have eye contact with the other driver. Because if they see you, you'll have a much higher chance of surviving or avoiding a crash or injury. And when in doubt, you should brake or get off your bike or wait until it's safe to go. Right, there's a lot of retail stores here now, computer shops and furniture. I don't really expect these businesses to be open. Well, they got face masks there for sale, face shields rather. I don't really see those too often in New York, but occasionally you do. I think it's very hot to be wearing one of those. Or you'll probably get very hot wearing one of those. All right, a bicycle shop, and this one's not as busy as Bicycle Habitat up there. I don't want to get too close to these parked cars. You never know when they'll open their door on you, especially in a commercial area like this. Five feet is a good distance to be from a car door and not get spooked when they open up. This is a guy here, so I slowed up to a complete stop until I knew for sure that I could go at a speed where it won't hurt me if they did open their door. And if a car has their mirror folded like that, I can safely assume that there's really no one inside the car. Alright, we got a vegetable store here. That one's open. Sunrise Grocery. Hobby store is closed. Go ahead. I wouldn't be riding so close to the parked cars like that though if I were him. That person's drinking while riding a bike. Okay. That for sure is not that safe. I do it while holding a water bottle, but it's only for a few seconds, not like that person. All right, now I'm in Bay Ridge. There's a lot of auto dealerships around here. We got Nexus, Lexus, Nissan. Okay, now what I do is I want to mount the sidewalk because there's a bike lane over here. It's kind of hard. It's hard to miss if you don't know where it is. But the easy way to find it is right past the highway. You know you got to start looking to the right away. In fact, I kind of forgot where it was a little bit. It was just by instinct that I remembered. So I'm going this way. Gotta watch out for the cars here. All right. They really gotta flatten that curb. It's a little bit too high up for it to be a smooth transition to the bike lane. And also this pathway is not too good for cycling either. It's all bumpy and If you had to ride on this for a long time, you'd probably get saddle sores very easily. All right, let's go. Hello. All right, this will go right towards Owl's Head Park and towards the waterfront. Oh wow, look at this. Either dodge a tree or dodge some uneven pavement. I decided to dodge a tree and duck. All right, this isn't as bad as the other one. At least it's smoother. It's not as bumpy. But I do want to be careful of tree roots. And during nighttime, there aren't any lights at all. It's a little bit tricky here with the cars. So I went from 5th Avenue to 3rd Avenue via that Parkside path that cuts through like that forest area. All right, I'm making a right turn on 68th Street. That's where the sign tells me I need to go. Hopefully not as misleading as the other sign in Manhattan. That was a nice residential area. Looks like someone burned some rubber there. There's tire tracks in the middle of the street. Not too far from the waterfront path now. So the sign there says Owl's Head Park is to the right, but I'm not going there. I'm going straight towards the Greenway, the waterfront path. Actually, I think I may make a detour into this park. I need to use the restroom. Might as well go because I don't know how it's going to be in Coney Island. Hopefully there's a restroom anyway. And hopefully it's clean. Well, I hear the dryer going. Okay, the restroom was cleaner than I thought. There's still a puddle of water on the ground, but at least there was soap and it didn't really smell that much. So good enough for me. But if you need a restroom in a pinch, good place to go. There was also someone in there, a staff member, maintaining it, so can't be that bad if there's someone there. Someone's playing football, except not a good idea to be throwing a football into a tree. That's why they play football in open fields and not in areas where there's a lot of trees and shrubs. If you lose the football, you'd be like, uh-oh, who will I tackle now, the tree? I think you'll be the one who'll be down instead of the tree. All right, let's go, continue. I hear a robin singing a sweet song. All right, Waterfront Greenway coming up. Busier than I thought around here. Thank you. Wow, there's usually never people here on that side. Never a lot of people. Another ice cream truck. Wow. Different jingle. Wow, there's a lot of people here on the waterfront. And I think you can see why. This is a great outdoor waterfront area, very wide, great views. I mean, look at this. I mean, it is a little bit windy right now. It's making a little bit challenging to pedal, but I'm still enjoying it. I think I know where most people are in Brooklyn today. They're along here, enjoying their long weekend, Memorial Day. Whoa, what's with this metal bin here covering this hole? Whoa. I'm sure there's a lot of issues with those here because it's right next to the water. There goes the New York City ferryboat. It's probably going to Bay Ridge or the Rockaways. I have to say, this pathway is well maintained too, not too much debris. That, my friends, is Staten Island. I've heard that Staten Island, they want to reopen their economy because they meet all the metrics to reopen. And they don't want to be classified into New York City. They want to be considered borough by borough. Let's see if that will happen. But that will happen. Someone's riding a recumbent bike. Haven't ridden one myself, but it looks interesting. Turned out to be a very nice day compared to this morning. It was cloudy and overcast. It's still cloudy, but there's still a lot of blue in the sky. There goes the U.S. Coast Guard. I believe I know their colors. Wow, someone's riding a jet ski. That looks fun. Don't really know how much gas those things have, but I doubt they'll make it all the way up to like the top of Manhattan from here. About to pass under the Verrazano Bridge. This wind is no joke, it's constantly against me. Wow, a lot of people up there. That is, by the way, up there, the scenic vantage point. People can park their cars there and go off and take pictures of the bridge and walk around a little bit. Wow, look at that bridge. So amazing. It's too bad it still does not yet have a pedestrian path or a cycling path on it. The only option is to drive across it. Okay, now I need to go over to the right. If I go over here, I'll be back on 4th Avenue, Bay Ridge area. Tracks here.
Yes, I know you're gonna see me up to the
Big wheel there on the beach. This is a U.S. Army point. Here's the welcome to Brooklyn sign, greeting those people from coming from Staten Island. Well, we've been in Brooklyn for a good amount of time already. Children out here with scooters playing. Here, the pathway splits into two. I see Coney Island already. And I also see the area where the bike path ends. Still a whiles away though. Dang, a little busy here. If I remember, this area is notorious for having uneven pavement and holes. Wow, take a look at this trash can. There's so much trash that's overflowing and going onto the grass. That's not cool. People here enjoying soccer and football. Yeah, it's still broken up and not smooth here. Alright. Hope that bump didn't knock the camera down. Let me push it back just to make sure. Another person with a jet ski. I had to use my bell a little more than I thought in this ride. lot of people here. Dog almost went into the bike area. On your left. We can go on the left side now. There's a lot of people on the southern side. I have to use my bell more in this whole entire stretch than like the first half. My goodness. People are just walking anywhere they want, in the middle, on the right, on the left. General practice to walk on the right side or travel on the right side. Thank you. Bike route goes over here now. Looks like the maintenance staff's taking care of those litter bins, which is good because there were many there that were overfilled before. On your left. there on the left. That's a cute little bell. All right. So I made it to Shore Parkway. Now I need to use a sidewalk. This is the bike route. Also another bike route over there. This is like the more crowded area. I'm going here because I know that they did expand the bike infrastructure around here, although I don't know how exactly I'm going to go to Coney Island from here. I know going that way I can go on Cropsey Avenue. But over here I'm not so sure. Let's hope that the city designed a better way. So I'm going to go on the sidewalk. Dangerous intersection here. Dangerous with this drive-through here, driveway. Okay, I see what they did here. Now it leads off. This section. Looks like it's a two-way protected bike lane. Whoa, what in the world? It goes this way and then it goes that way. Amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of driveways here. I don't mind this bike lane actually, you just gotta be careful of all the driveways. Can be tricky. Now I gotta use the sidewalk again. I actually like this better than Cropsey Avenue. Now there's a parking protected lane here instead of a buffer area. Alright, no cars there. No clear here. Got a boat club there. Alright, I see an exit there on the Shore Parkway called Cropsey Avenue, Coney Island, so I must be very close. Albert Vox Park. You know, if that beginning section wasn't so, like, forget what the word is. I guess wasn't so dangerous or, yeah, like hard to bike on, then this road would be a lot better. I think more people will use it. What happened to the green paint here? Not that it's really needed because like nobody can drive here anyway with these Jersey barriers. I have a feeling this bike lane must be new because I sometimes can smell the paint. All right, here's Home Depot. If you need a restroom, Home Depot is a good choice now. All right, let's go this way. Coney Island time. And remember folks, I did this route pretty much entirely on bike lanes. Whether or not they were ideal bike lanes, that's up for you to decide, but I think it's very scenic going this way. All right, bike lane ends, but then again, this is the best way to go to Coney Island on Cropsey Avenue. Wow, the wind is still with me and going this direction. My goodness. $2.13 for regular doesn't seem too bad over here compared to $3.99 on the FDR Drive. Amazing. All right, I gotta ride with the traffic now. This is a little bit daunting. I think that was the word I was looking for earlier. Daunting. I see a good amount of cars here in Coney Island. This is Coney Island, by the way. I just crossed over a bridge. I see the parachute drop in front of me. I am going to go on the straight lane. $2.09 for regular here at Mobile. This car's letting me go. MCU Park up ahead. This is where the Brooklyn Dodgers play. I think it is. I like all these street names. They're named after like aquatic legends or creatures. Surf Avenue, Mermaid Avenue, Neptune Avenue, Luna Park. Let's see how crowded the boardwalk is. Because I know it's Memorial Day. Maybe more people than usual here. And we'll find out. Let's go on the left side here of this truck. Here's Surf Avenue. I'm gonna stay behind this car. Don't go past this wheel in case they're making a left without signaling. And they absolutely were. All right. We'll see how Coney Island is during Memorial Day. Well, I said I'd make it down here today, folks, and I did not disappoint. I even gave you the entire video. Although it may not be posted on Memorial Day, but at least you got to see the whole journey and how to get here by bicycle if you're interested. Wow, outdoor eating places are open. Look at this. Beef franks, shish kebab, plants. Even Nathan's is open. Wow. All right, let's go around this Escalade. All right, wow. Look at Nathan's. A lot of people there waiting in line to get hot dogs. Stillwell Avenue looks very busy. You got the horses, police horses. Wow. The amusement park's most likely not open. Yeah, I don't see any rides going, which is a shame because these amusement parks, they take a while to make. They take a while to operate, and all the roller coasters, they take electricity and everything. Wow, I should know this by now that this area is all messed up. At least they have a little area you can go in with for a bicycle, which is nice. But we'll see how Coney Island is at this time. All right, made it to the boardwalk. All right. We'll ride along the boardwalk for a little bit, and then I'll end the video and make a live stream. As I did say I was going to do a live stream today. Wow. All right, let's go to the right first. Go to the parachute drop. But the beaches are open. You can sit there and you could hang out on the beach, but you cannot swim. Those are the rules. And also no barbecuing allowed. Coney Island Thunderbolts roller coaster. Wow, I am surprised. Look at all these people on the beach. It's a nice day for it. But a lot less people than a normal Memorial Day, because I remember when I came 2 years ago, it was very busy. There's people lined back to back, walking along here. Whoa. There's the parachute drop. All right, I'll ride over to the aquarium and the cyclone, and I'll end the video. Good to know the restrooms are open here. That would be a big problem if they weren't. The city does need them open. Don't want to go too much faster than where I'm going now, because you never know when a little kid will run in front of you, or people aren't paying attention, they make a diagonal move. All right, this is the other section of the boardwalk I did not see. So we're back to the entrance, Stillwell Avenue. Tom's Coney Island. Also got Luna Park here. Sad to see Coney Island without the amusement parks running. That was always a main attraction for it. Ruby's Grill, Nathan's Hot Dogs. There's a line for Nathan's. Wow, this is the line here for Nathan's. It comes all the way down here. There's Dino's Wonder Wheel Park. No way, are they open? Oh no, they're selling like souvenirs, I guess. Let's go and check it out. Wow, now hiring pickup. 100th anniversary shirts for $10. Wow. Wow, they've been here since 1920, and they. Wow, I feel so bad. You've been 100 years and it's not open. It is sad, but it's a nice day, you know. At least 100-year Wonder Wheel. Wow, can't believe it's this old already. Aquarium is up there, and also the Coney Island Cyclone, which is the famous roller coaster, the wooden one. There it is, the Cyclone. It is quiet. This is the Polar Bear Club walk. The Polar Bear Club is famous for going naked into the Atlantic Ocean during the winter time, freezing cold weather. I don't know how they can do that, but it's pretty amazing. See there, they got the sign. They say they need to keep that far apart on the beach due to the rules with social distancing. Here's New York Aquarium, which is closed. a shame too is they just renovated the Shark Tank. There are these restrooms. And the Shark Tank area, I think, is up there, the spiral one. But I'll bike up there and then end the video. I'll make a live stream. But it's been a fun ride all the way down here. I got to learn some new bike routes that I didn't know about before. Different areas where they connect to each other. Saw the different activity of people in the various areas. And I hope you enjoyed it too. But if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button. Subscribe for some more adventures. And I'll see you all next time, folks. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.
Close the doors, please.